So initially I didn't know what to make of this because this is intended to be a karaoke machine, and I don't do any karaoke of any sort or anything of that kind. Eventually, after some thinking, when I was using it, I connected it to my phone as just a Bluetooth speaker, and it made a whole lot difference. Now my opinion was really formed, like my opinion changed on it, because in the beginning I was just looking at it like, like karaoke, but I don't even do karaoke. When you do use it as a Bluetooth speaker, it's like a whole other world. Just with the basics, yeah, this is intended to be a karaoke machine, so it comes with the 2 microphones, and even just the way it's built, the whole look of it, it's surprisingly really light. Like I was able to carry it, and that's one thing that changed my opinion on how the overall experience is going to be if you're going to get this, right? Like using it, one of the worst things that I hate is when something's just, it's like it's not really portable, and it's not really something that you can carry around, because at that point it just become a chore to do it, and it can get annoying at times. With this being light, even for the size, right, it's not that big, but just because it's not that big doesn't mean it won't be heavy. This one, it's just over 1.7 kilograms, so it's not going to be really heavy, and if it's intended to be carried around by whoever, whatever, then you can do that with with ease, right? And then my second issue is, I was concerned. I was like, okay, if you connect via Bluetooth, how is the quality going to be, like the sound quality? And realistically, I wasn't expecting much. I kind of tempered it down because, again, for me, since it intended to be a karaoke machine, I had no high expectations. It was just like mediocre everything, whatever I intended to expect and whatever I wanted to expect. I'll just temper down the fact that I really didn't think I was going to enjoy using it. It sounds great, and on top of that, like there's a whole other features. Like for example, you can charge your phone. It's IPX5 water resistant, so they kind of try to make it like a whole package, right? So you can even connect via FM, and you can even charge your devices, and it's just things like that that I know they at least try to make it so like it's a whole package where you can just use it for different other uses, which is kind of what made me like elated a little bit. It's like, okay, if you're not using it for its actual purpose, which is supposed to be a karaoke machine, and I wasn't going to, and you shouldn't really feel bad using it for other purposes, right? Like in my case, just using it as a Bluetooth speaker that you can connect to your TV, you can connect to your laptop, and can connect to different other devices, which I like and really awesome. They also give the option to connect via aux, and just the little things like that, just making it as versatile as possible, makes it even all the better to use, regardless of what the purpose was. Now, I don't know what exactly everyone's intention is going to be when using the speaker, but for me personally, I know just using it as a speaker is good enough for me. I don't really have to use all the other stuff. Either you're on the one side where, yeah, you definitely do intend to be using it for, the karaoke side of it, which comes with 2 microphones. The microphones not heavy as well. They're just 160 grams, and they take about 3 hours to charge. But again, depends on how long you're going to be using them. If you're going to be running through it, and if you intend to use it for that aspect of using it as a karaoke machine, then yes, the battery life might be running out quick. But then if you're on my side, which on my camp things, I intend to just use it as a speaker to connect with my laptop. For example, if I'm editing video and I just want to hear like how the audio sounds on, like for example, if you're going to be using a speaker, if you're going to be using headphones, and just to test the different frequencies and what people will be hearing, I'll just connect this to a speaker. But the bottom line of this is, for me personally, I think it's useful for what I use it for, right? But for someone that going to use it as a karaoke machine, it is also useful for them. It's just I don't intend to be using it for that purpose, and I won't be using it for that purpose, because for me it sounds so great. It's just a speaker. I was like, why do I have to bother? But I ain't singing or doing any of that stuff, so I'm not really going to be using it for that. But using it as a speaker, for me, totally worth it. Highly would recommend. It's not even what I expected, because I wasn't expecting it to sound like much. But if you really like thinking about it in hindsight now, it's like it makes sense why it sounds so good, because if it's supposed to be used as a karaoke machine, the audio has to be really loud. It has to be like louder than, you know, the vocals, because you will be using the microphone. So yeah, it does make sense why it sounds so good as an actual speaker. And for both cases, like, I would recommend, because I do think it's a fun device. Like, I couldn't really find too many things for me that made it so I couldn't enjoy using it. But hey man, if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe just so you can stay tuned for the next one, and I'll catch you in the next one.